Welcome to Rick's Corner. I have a guest today that I met in the gym just a while back. He's a good-looking guy with a fantastic body and a personality to match. And he's a nice, kind, generous person with I just really took to him. I liked him. I thought I got to have him on the show. He's got some titles. He's got a lot of heart. He's got a lot of talent that's going to take him somewhere. And I'm here to show it so that you guys can see it and share it. And I'm sure you're going to love it. Denis SERGOVSKIY. I got that right.
Thank you so much, Rick. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now,
thanks for having me here, of course.
Oh, it's my pleasure. We talked a little bit about your background, but you were born in Moscow.
Yes, correct.
You went to school there.
Yes.
And what was your studies back in school?
Studies, I just let's keep the school because I graduated the school.
Yeah.
And I was very into it, psychology.
Okay.
So I got a psychology degree.
And astronomy?
Yes. Astronomy, I'm just very big buff about it, because I have so many books and DVDs. And that's just my passion,
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Because I don't like narrow vision people, so sport was just a sport for me, and beside of that, I'm kind of nerd.
But I don't think so. You had other aspirations too. I mean, you got into dance.
Yes.
Now, we would never have known that.
Yeah.
So I just read your bio.
It's like I'm hiding that.
No, don't hide it.
It's like still in the past, but that's who I am today.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
That's why I came to the United States.
For dancing?
Yes.
You had a production back in Moscow.
Yes.
And tell me about that.
We were dancing. The team was called Candyman. Mm-hmm. It's basically the same like Chippendales over here.
Oh, sure.
So we travel around the world. We was working with so many different singers as a invited show with them. So first time we came here with one of the biggest singer stars in Russia. His name is Philip Kirkorov, and it was 2001. So we have a tour over here. It was New York, Atlantic City, Miami, and Las Vegas. And last place, Las Vegas, we've been there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It only has 2 shows.
Yeah.
So we just cross, like Las Vegas, every possible street, every casino.
Yeah.
We get like so many connections.
Sure.
And since we get back to Moscow, we start making on our visas to get here, to get a nice showroom. And in 2005, finally we came as our own show.
Here in LA?
Yes. No, it was Las Vegas.
Oh, it was Las Vegas,
yes.
Okay. And then how'd you get here? What brought you over here?
I've been doing back home, so everything is connected to the body, look, and everything,
Yeah,
like
sure.
modeling, acting,
Of course.
bodybuilding, fitness, everything. So I just very into the acting. Mm-hmm. My inspiration was back in the days when I was teenager, Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Sure.
That's the guy who inspired me to do pretty much everything. Because I started taking karate because I saw Bruce Lee. Mm-hmm. And like a few years after, when I saw him, I'm like, he's so buff. I need to lift some weights a little bit to get a little bit bigger so I can look kind of like him.
Yeah.
So and then I just fell in love with bodybuilding and started.
When you started, you've won a lot of titles. You competed a lot.
Kind of, yes.
No, you did. I saw them. There's probably about 100. It's not an easy game because of the politics.
Yeah.
The politics are tough. But you did win things on your merit of your body because they couldn't discount the fact that you had a great body, right?
It's like one of my friends, he's old school bodybuilder, he's older than me, but he was guiding me when I just started.
Yeah.
He was saying always, if you're gonna be one head better than anybody, politics is not gonna work. Mm-hmm. If something close, they can put their guy,
Makes sense.
Yes. If
Makes
you
sense.
are way better than anybody, so it's not gonna happen. I have a OCD.
Okay.
If I'm doing something, I'm doing 100%.
Sure.
If I know I'm ready only on 99%, I'm not gonna do it.
Right.
So all my competitions, I was getting ready 100%, and I set my mind like I'm just going there to take my trophy and get back home.
So you knew. You just went with the winning attitude.
That's why probably judges see my confidence also.
Yeah.
With the
well, you
package
gotta. That works. You got to have it.
Yeah.
You're not going to go and say, "Okay, I'll just take second," because it's not worth it. Then you want to win.
Yeah.
And how many years did you compete?
I've been competing since 1996.
Okay.
I was 16 years old when I did my first show, and my last competition as a bodybuilder, when I turned pro in 2007, my first and last actually competition as a pro was in 2009. And last competition I did in 2014, but it was already as a muscle model.
Oh, I see.
It was different federation, WBFF. So, but I did it only because I was getting ready for my photo shoots and I want to be in a better shape.
You needed a goal. Something I do want to know, and they'll want to know too. When you trained for competition, did you train 6 days a week?
You know, basically I'm not taking like other guys like 3-4 months to get ready.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay in shape all year round. Not like competition shape, of course, but
it's a lifestyle shape.
Yeah. So to me, to get ready for any competition, from 3 to 4 weeks max.
Okay.
So, and when I'm doing this 3-4 weeks preps, I'm training pretty much like 7 days a week.
All right. How do you split your program up? How do you split your body parts?
Body parts, it depends on how I feel. Usually, I'm doing back, chest, tries, legs, shoulders, tries, biceps, day off.
Or you split it up like that?
Yeah.
But have you found over the years, I know I have, I used to have a set routine of chest and back, one day shoulders and arms and legs. We did this for years down at the beach. And then as I get older, I go and I say, you know, I just want to do one body part today. I don't feel like doing both.
Only.
Yeah, and my mind says, okay, just do it. Doesn't seem to matter. It seems to work out okay.
Yeah.
Pick it up the next day or maybe add something to it. So the instinctive training like that works pretty well.
Yeah.
And your diet during this time is pretty much high protein, low carb, or you eat a lot of carbs?
You know, I'm eating pretty clean, but in between, of course, I cheat.
Of course.
You know, I eat like cakes, Russian pastries, I love it. So
yeah, of course.
I cannot skip that. But if you know how to eat,
yeah,
if you eat like every 2 hours, your metabolism is speeding up, you know?
Yeah.
And your body is always digesting constantly food. So it doesn't matter if you even put sometimes a little bit sugar, a little bit carbs, a little bit fast, it's still burning because I'm doing cardio on empty stomach almost every morning, and plus I'm training, lifting weights and doing Muay Thai.
All right, you know what I relate that to, and I told people before, I said people who starve themselves end up getting fat. Because they don't eat, the metabolism slows. I said, you take a fireplace and you throw a log in, and the log burns, and then it burns out. You throw another log in, and it burns even higher. That's your metabolism. Yeah. The minute you starve that fireplace of wood, the fire goes down, nothing happens.
Yes.
Makes sense?
Yes.
So by eating that often, it does keep the metabolism going.
Yes. For people, it's opposite. They think if you're gonna eat too much, you know, like you're gonna get fat. But if you're eating just once or twice a day,
yeah,
everything what you're putting in, your body's storing as a fat.
Absolutely.
Because your body doesn't know when they're gonna get new portion of the food.
It's reserved, like chipmunk with his nuts and his cheeks.
Exactly. The only it's gonna store everything over here.
Yeah, I know. I had some other questions too. Now your training nowadays is still intense.
Kind of.
But not like it was.
Not even close.
But you maintain really a nice body with what you're doing.
Thank you so much.
Well,
nice to hear that from you, from person who've done that before I was born.
And the thing is that when I see, I mean, I've seen you bigger and I've seen you this size, you're still big. But this is what the camera sees, and this is what the producers want, and this is what you can fit into other molds doing. If you're too big on screen, and we went through this back in the days, I used to argue with the screen actors, go, why are we always pigeonholed as bodybuilders and big guys when John Wayne was a big man and this guy was a big man? They said, because those guys weren't muscular and you are. So if you play a doctor and you take your shirt off, they're going to say, where'd the muscles come from? You're a doctor. But nowadays it's different because most guys are in shape.
Yes.
And a lot of guys do cross training and this and that. And there's doctors who you see on TV shows and they're always in good shape because fitness is a big thing in their life.
That's what I don't like from the people on the streets, because they judging by the package, you know, like it's don't judge the book by its cover, right?
Absolutely not.
They come into me and always, are you a personal trainer?
Oh.
It's the first question what they ask, you know? I mean, it's like, if you're fat, you should work in a McDonald's or what?
No, I tell them I'm a sex therapist. I work at the senior home over there, helping the old people.
Yeah.
You're fighting. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, that's just my passion, you know. That's fun cardio, like I call it. I have friends who's competing as a professional MMA fighters, and I'm just training with them. And it's an honor to train with the people like James the Beast Williams, you know, he's a very good friend of mine. And his camps, it's like very professional camps for the people who's getting ready for the pro level fights, you know.
It's hard training.
And I'm just, but it's again, you know, like just to stay in shape.
I know, and I think about it because I got this ring out here and I wrestled for years. I mean, I had 5,000 matches. And then over the years, of course, my body started to break down and joints break down. And I watch MMA and I watch UFC and I think, man, I wish I could do that, but not at my age. I'd go back several years, a couple of years.
Yeah.
And I wished I would have done it, but it wasn't popular then.
Yes.
You know, now it's popular and you see the training they go through and I just admire what you can do, you know, because if you don't have joint pain, you can do almost anything.
Yes. It's like I wish I can move to United States a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
When I was younger, so I can start MMA in an early age, so and become a professional MMA fighter.
Yeah, but you're still good at what you do.
Thanks.
Let's talk about your acting, producing, directing, and dancing, and where you want to go with your career now.
I'm just focusing on my acting. Fitness modeling, it was already on the side, so I'm done with it.
Okay.
Just focusing on full budget featured films.
Okay.
Writing a couple scripts at the same time, and just want to be a good, solid actor.
Okay. This is difficult because I went through the same thing you did, and I joined the Screen Actors Guild back at an early age, and got my pension credits and got my insurance. Thank God I was able to do all that. I was always fighting a little bit against the wall because of being a bodybuilder or a wrestler, and they would always typecast me and send me out as the tough guy as a wrestler. And I said, no more. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yes.
I want to go out as a romantic lead. So they cast me as a rapist.
That's a good one.
Yeah, at least it's somewhere there with a woman. But you've got a good start. You've got a good chance now at your age to be able to change your mold around a little bit. Because there's a lot of action films, number one. I've seen like every show I watch on TV has some sort of Russian mafia behind it as the part of the show.
Yes.
And with your ability to have a Russian accent, do that, that's a big plus.
You see, but like everything for me, it's limited. I cannot play anybody except Russians.
Well, I don't know. You will.
Probably when my accent probably going to be a little bit smoother. So
that's okay. You take your
Yes.
time. But even if you do, it gets you in the door.
Yes.
Do you have an agent now?
I had an agent before for a pretty long time, since I think 2007.
Yeah.
When I started being focused on my acting. At the moment, right now, I'm just trying to work with my friends who's also like producers, directors.
Okay, good idea.
And because I wanna establish myself as a good actor first for
Right.
myself, so I know, yes, I'm legit right now.
Exactly.
If I'm gonna get any big auditions, so I can walk in and I know what I'm doing.
That's a good way to look at it. And I'll tell you the other thing, because I worked for a lot of friends that were producers and directors. I had one director friend I did 12 films for. He let me play all these different characters because he trusted me. And so then I built a reel of certain roles, just like you'll do. You'll have a reel of this role, and you'll play this, and you put it together, and you'll show it to somebody and say, look, these are things I can do. And they'll see it, and they'll say, okay, now we know. Because if you walk in cold and you don't know, say, I want to be an actor, they don't know.
Yes.
But if you have something to show, they'll know.
It's like you have your luggage of work with you.
Exactly.
You're gonna bring on the table. They're gonna open up and they're gonna see, okay, and he's done already lots of work. He's pretty good, and he also not one plan actor, not like just action movies,
Right.
and being just a mafia guy.
Right.
If it's gonna be like you said, romantic ones,
Yeah, sure.
or some maybe comedies, some action, some historical movies, even horror, whatever, which is I don't like, but it's
You don't like scary films?
To me, like I'm a very spiritual person, like I believe in God and all these zombies and evil stuff. I just don't like it.
Well, no, I'm thinking there are suspense films I like to watch at night, and I get scared and I try to hide my eyes like this. Since that finger's gone, I can't hide my eye. There's like The Walking Dead's huge on TV right now.
Yes, it's a TV show. Yes.
And some of the actors come to our gym. Michael Cudlitz, who has the lead, comes to our gym, and he's done a lot of stuff. He was 90210, and he's done all kinds of other things. But he branched out. Robert Patrick branched out. All these guys that come to the gym that do these roles are good guys for you to know.
Yes.
Because there's things that come up and they'll say, hey, I haven't called me before. Come in for a role. Come in for this. Gene LaBelle, who I've trained with, I knew since 1965, is the world's toughest man at 82. He's a stunt coordinator. He called me, hey, I got a role for you. So like you say, you meet people and you build your own credits with them. They call you in, and all of a sudden you got stuff going on.
It's all about connections.
It's all about connections. That's what I'm hoping here. I have a lot of you guys out there that are viewers of mine, that are producers and directors, and you send comments to me all the time. You're looking for people. Well, Denis is one of the guys you should be looking at because he's talented, he's good looking, he's got a good attitude.
Thank you so much.
And he's smart. And you want to work with people that you enjoy working with.
Yes, of course.
If you work with a jerk, you don't want to back.
It's the same. Listen, that's why I like to train in Gold's Gym, in our Gold's Gym, because it's like a family.
It is like a family.
You're walking in, you know everybody, everybody's with a good energy, good attitude, and you just enjoying training over there.
Okay, let me ask you a couple more things. Writing scripts. Do you find that difficult?
Yes, because first of all, I'm writing in English, which is not my first language.
Right.
And second of all, like to write a script, you need to learn how to do it.
Exactly.
So now I'm just putting together my ideas. But then I'm going to bring to the professional so we can put this already together as a nice script.
That was my suggestion. I've written a few scripts. I had the storyline, I had the whole thing the way it was, and I actually took one and wrote all the dialogue. And it was okay, but I'm not a dialogue writer. You need someone to come in and really separate that for you and make it look like 120 pages or whatever it is.
Yes.
And then I think that today, a lot of people with the way the cameras work and the way home studios work, like I have, you can produce your own movies.
Yes.
And it's not a big deal.
If you have a little budget, you know, and, and you know what you're doing, and you have all these people around you who can support you.
Right.
Yeah.
And usually that's how it's done. They do they did the editing, you get something out, you take it to Sundance, you show it, you find backers, and you find distribution. And you're young enough that you can do that, and then you get it out there.
Let's do it together.
Well, that's fine with me. I'm always willing for a new venture.
We can discuss that later.
For a new venture.
On.
All right, now, if they want to find you on the internet, people will write in and want to talk to you. How do they find you? On Facebook? I just added you, by the way.
Really?
Today.
Okay, nice. My social media, my friend hosting for me all my social media except Instagram.
Okay.
On Instagram, it's me.
Okay.
But just Google Denis SERGOVSKIY, and everything is my website.
It's the easiest way to do it.
Everything, yes, going to come out.
Okay. I'm going to put that up. I have pictures of you off the internet I'm going to put up.
Perfect.
And I want all you people to get to know Denis, because he's going to be around a long time. He's got a big career ahead of him, and you can say you saw him first here. So I want to thank you for coming.
Trying to, yes. Thank you so much for having me, Eric.
Yes.
It was a pleasure to be here.
And if you have any ideas down the road that you want to get into and talk about your films, and bring them on here, and we'll talk about it and do it. We'll do another.
Definitely looking forward to it.
Okay. Anything else you want to add before we close?
I just want to say, you know, people stay positive and just set your mind on your goal, and don't walk to your goal, just run, because life is too short. Don't waste your time, and be positive.
That's a good thought. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching Rick's Corner. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
It's RickDrasin.com. He is the equalizer, baby. See you next time.